Good afternoon. With the latest from the WLV newsroom, I'm Benedict Ferraby. In an attempt to tackle rising retail crime, a law has been passed that will see assault on shop workers made a specific criminal offence in England and Wales after violent and abusive incidents within the industry rose 50% between 2022 and 2023. Our reporter Pete Whittington has been investigating how this has impacted local businesses in Wolverhampton.
Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has announced new laws looking to protect retail staff from abusive and harassing behaviour.
The new rules brought into place will see significantly stricter repercussions levied against repeat abusive customers and shoplifters, with the threat of tracking and prison time now being on the cards. The Prime Minister has stated that extensive use of facial recognition software will be used to identify serial offenders, along with the introduction of tracking tags that must be worn by those identified. The new laws will work in tandem with the pre-existing Retail Crime Action Plan. This is backed by an investment of £55.5 million over the next 4 years, £4 million of which will be dedicated to new mobile units specifically designed with prevention of retail abuse in mind. The Prime Minister's closing statement: I am sending a message to those criminals. Enough is enough.
City of Wolverhampton Council are investing £10 million to improve the city's roads, including an extra £500,000 to fix potholes within the region. Potholes are so often infuriating for local drivers, so our reporter Ryan Parks has been out on the streets to see how they feel about the promised changes.
Driving is an essential part of day-to-day life, but the ride doesn't appear to be smooth. Potholes in Wolverhampton have littered the roads, making them almost impossible to avoid. Despite the council announcing a £10 million investment for roadworks on potholes, are people happy?
I think there seems to be a gradual getting worsening of the roads, so I think potholes are becoming more sort of dominating, and the repairs are not seem to be done in time. I think they definitely need to be a bit more proactive. Whether that money is enough, I think there's quite a lot of roads up and down Wolverhampton that seem
they're quite bad, to be very honest. I mean, you've got potholes everywhere. If you're driving in Wolverhampton, it's always a nightmare, and you've got to make sure that your cars are really ready for it. Most of the time they're not, and it becomes really difficult. It gets really difficult as well when it rains, because you can't see the depth of those potholes. You might think it's just a little bit of water, and then you suddenly realize this big thud, when you go, and then you realize this was really a big one. So it's always trying to dodge potholes when you're driving, instead of always just keeping your focus in the cars ahead. You've got to look down as well on all the potholes. So
they're terrible this morning. I hit so many, especially with bad weather. They're full of water. I couldn't see them. I've been bouncing down the road. So yeah, not the best please. Especially not on the main routes in and out of Wolverhampton. They're particularly bad at the minute. I know the weather's been rubbish, but I think more could be done.
Ryan Parks, WLV News.
The University of Wolverhampton Student Union is holding their 13th annual Students' Union Awards this April. Within this event, the nominees will be able to highlight their achievements as the awards are unveiled. Nominations close on Wednesday the 17th of April at midnight, and the ceremony will take place at the Molyneux Stadium on May the 23rd. Weeks after a cyber event also occurred at the University of Wolverhampton, there is still the occasional difficulty that students are facing on campus. However, the Student Union have also been doing all they can on that regard to enhance the students' experiences in the meantime with a survey regarding feedback, as some computers and on-campus services remain affected. Supermarket chain Tesco has recorded a profit of £2.83 billion this year, almost £300 million higher than the last financial year. Therefore, the company have decided to reduce their in-store prices as more footfall has seen more people come into their stores across the country. At a time where the reduction of prices could benefit many people regarding the cost of living crisis, Callum Burgess went to gather opinions in Wolverhampton on whether they've noticed a difference in their pricing.
The cost of living crisis. The British public have unfortunately become all too familiar with hearing those exact words in recent times. With many hoping that the situation will finally begin to ease soon, popular supermarket Tesco have announced their financial outlook on the past year. And what exactly could these figures mean for the country's current financial situation? Profits at Tesco have reached an astronomical £2.83 billion, more than £300 million compared to profits last year. They put this down to factors such as improving food quality and also taking down the prices of some of their products. We asked some members of the public what they made of this.
I think that with customers now, they're drawing more people back into the supermarkets because they are slowly trying to go back to where they should never have left, and that was the price of the goods that they're selling. Because if they'd have kept it with a nominal figure, they'd probably still made as much money, but they would have made it with a lot more people being a lot more happier at the same time.
Everything's gone sky high when we're all in recession, you know. I think they should do a lot more to lower the prices more.
I usually go to Aldi and the prices are reasonable there. But I find like Tesco, Sainsbury's or other stores like this, they're a bit higher. But otherwise than that, it makes a difference to other people as well. You know, because these days they're looking at their pocket, so they want good quality but low prices.
WLV News approached Tesco for a statement, but they did not provide us with a comment. With customers disillusioned with their comments that prices are coming down, it will be up to the public who will soon be on the same page with the likes of Tesco, and that the country will finally reach the end of this long and dark tunnel. Callum Burgess, WLV News.
That's all we have time for. We'll be back with another WLV News Bulletin next week, but you can keep up to date 24 hours a day on our website or by following us on social media. But for now, from the team here, goodbye.